already. Which God planned in advance for us to live our lives doing. Before you're ever born, God decided what kind of service He wanted you to do. Romans chapter 6:13. Give yourselves completely to God, every part of you. Every part of you. Because you want to be tools in the hands of God to be used for His good purposes. You don't know what it means to live until you had the thrill of being used by God.
Amen.
Mark chapter 8:35. Only those who give away their lives for my sake and for the sake of the good news will ever know what it means to really live. You will never leave a legacy living for yourself. You will never make a lasting contribution living for yourself. It is only those who give their lives away that actually leave a legacy. If you're here today and you're serious about this thing, man, and you want to leave a legacy, you want this shift, you want to live greater, you want to live bigger, you want to leave something better for the next generation and for God's kingdom, then there are 5 decisions that you need to make. I got 5 of them, okay? Now, if you're serious about this, and I believe there's some impartation that can happen right here tonight, it's going to take 5 decisions for you to make. I hope I can get through all of them. There's no service today that I've been able to get through all of these decisions. But we're 6:30, so we're going to do it, right?
Amen. Amen.
We're going to take care of this. They're legacy decisions for a legacy life, okay? And I'm going to even say these like in first person, because let's say them like I'm going to do this, man. So here's number 1. I'm choosing calling over compensation. Okay, this is the first choice you got to make, man. If you want to leave a legacy, then you have to choose the call of God on your life over compensation. How many people have chosen compensation over calling? How many times have people chosen a raise, all the while knowing it was going to undermine their calling as a father?
Ouch.
Or as a mother, or as a servant of God? So many people, they made their profession their purpose. And it's so important. There's something more important than income, because money can't buy happiness. It can't buy fulfillment. If you trust God and follow your calling, you may not be rich, but He'll supernaturally bless your life.
Amen. Amen.
I know when I was a young man, I loved Jesus, after my post-party days. Loved Jesus as a young man. And I did Bible studies, evangelism, all that stuff. But I thought, I want to be a physician's assistant. I actually wanted to follow the footsteps of my mom, going to the medical field, and my sister. And I went on that road, went to the Navy to do that. Even started going to school, and came to this crossroad moment where the Lord told me, "Hey, son, are you going to choose the compensation or the call? Because you can't have both." Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you can't be a doctor and be called. No. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying, though, is we need people who are choosing their calling as a doctor. We need people who are choosing their calling in whatever field they find themselves over their compensation. We need people who are choosing their calling over their compensation as a teacher in the classroom.
Yes.
People who are choosing their calling as a police officer over the compensation they're getting from the state. We need people in every field of work choosing calling over compensation.
Amen.
Acts chapter 20, verse 24, Paul says it like this: "However, I consider my life worth nothing to me, like nothing compares, if only I may finish the race and complete the task," the calling of God, that He has given me the task of testifying the gospel of God's grace. Paul said, nothing else compares to the call of God on my life to advance His kingdom and His gospel. Everything else pales in comparison and bows to that call.
Amen.
Nothing else.